Well, once Golden State didn't win the championship, it gave him an opening to go. You can't go to a champion that just set the all-time record in wins. But the fact that they lost to LeBron said, and what KD said and Steph said was basically, neither one of us can get that guy even crewed up. But maybe if we're together and crewed up, we can overcome that guy, right? Now, the reason he will be vindicated ultimately if they win is as time goes on, people will forget the details. And what you will see throughout NBA history is only the unfair squads ever win championships. So ultimately, they will be judged by the rings. And if KD wins a ring on a team where it doesn't matter who takes the last shot, the open man takes the last shot because they play the right way. He doesn't have to worry about Westbrook. Yes, the answer is yes, it will justify. What, Marcellus brought flies in here. Are there flies on you?
That ain't on me. So that same Tom Ford suit you wear. Stop wearing the same suit every damn day. You wouldn't have that.
Clearly a very subtly different suit.
Y'all know he wears the suit every other day.
He packed for 3 weeks with a carry-on, this man right here.
You're like an overweight man in black.
All the men in black. Everybody black.
You're the men in black.
All y'all black.
What do you want? You want to go? You're the guest. You want to go first?
Look,
I just don't know which side you're going to be on.
I mean, to know the game of basketball, to be a historian of it, you would think a nerd would know the game of basketball going back those years.
But apparently he doesn't.
Obviously he doesn't. Look, super teams have been created from the beginning of the NBA's time. And you look at this. If you could go back to the 80s, you could look at the Lakers and you could look at the Celtics. That's when the GMs would construct those super teams. You go to the 90s and you see the Bulls and you see San Antonio Spurs in the 2000 and the Lakers. You see GMs having that same power. And then there was one king. And then there was LeBron James and his decision. And once he did that, not only his decision changed the balance of power, but it also empowered other players like a Kevin Durant to go out there and make a move during free agency. I've always respected Kevin Durant for the choice he made. It was a choice that still showed competitive spirit because he didn't go to a champion. He went to a team that just lost a 3-1 lead.
I will point out to
you need more time? You got him on your side.
I will point out to you, when he starts counting on that hand, he gets up to 2. He doesn't go to 3. See, look at that finger. Look at that finger. That's an NFL finger right there. He starts counting, but he stops right before he gets to that finger.
And I'm not sure that's allowed. I'm not sure that's allowed.
And this is the problem. And Will, I'm mad at you because your Cowboys did this to my finger. You guys owe me this.
When you were playing for them or against them?
I'm playing for them.
All right. All right. It took 2 of you. It's going to need both of you because you're both wrong. Do the ends justify the means? Never, okay? The ends do not justify the means. If he wins a championship, does that justify Kevin Durant's decision? Most certainly it does not. This was why he did it. He came to win a championship. He came for this purpose. It's the expectation. It will not be this moment of celebration. KD finally gets his. It's why he took, I hate to describe it this way, but this shortcut to a championship. You guys have drawn.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
wow, you go there. You actually let that leave your mouth, a shortcut to a champion. You're talking to a non-champion. There's no shortcuts, brother. You
Marcellus,
cannot predict
you
that.
You have drawn the narrowest exception. You both have. You've drawn the narrowest exception to the shortcut I've ever seen because a 73-win team lost in 7 games in the finals. That's what allowed him to take a shortcut. Hold on. That's absurd. This was still the 73-win team.
You and I agree.
And here's the real Achilles heel in your argument. You said we got to crew up to beat LeBron. I can't do it. You can't do it. My memory's not long, but it can go back 2 years. Did not Steph and this team minus Kevin Durant beat LeBron 2 years ago?
No, he didn't.
Oh, they didn't?
No, because LeBron was playing with the second best player on that team was Matthew Dellavedova. It took them 6 games to beat LeBron with no one else. But everyone needs some crime partners. Everybody, so like you need at least a couple of all-stars, at least 1 or 2 all-stars. And when LeBron has that, the 73-win team at home last year, Game 7, 4 minutes and 35 seconds. I was there. The Warriors, the greatest half-court offense ever, didn't score another bucket, partly because LeBron and them clamped down. They choked, yes, but part of that was LeBron. Now, I agree with you about this. Essentially, KD is trying to reverse engineer his legacy, right? Oh, you're counting
shortcut?
rings.
That's another word for shortcut?
I agree. I agree with that. I actually agree with that point. He's trying to reverse engineer. Okay, if they say you're great because you win championships, then I'll join a team that's just about there, and I'm so good I'll replace Harris and Barnes. Surely we'll win a championship, and then they'll say I'm great. And that's kind of cheap. But Marcellus's point stands, Will.
Yes, sir.
In the end, GMs have always done this. And when they do it, it's okay. For example, the Lakers in the early 80s have Magic and Kareem. You have a guy who's going to be the greatest point guard of all time and the greatest center of all time, arguably, on the same team. And you also have Norm Nixon and Jamal Wood. You have so many great players.
They drafted James Worthy.
And they look, no, before that, they look and they go, Jerry West goes, we need to beef up the bench. Let's go get Bob McAdoo, a 5-time All-Star, former MVP. It's like, and then they just win a championship. It's always been the unfair squad, the one that you look on paper, you go, they couldn't lose. What difference does it make if the GM does it or the player does it?
Because your analogies are off. Your logic is flawed. This isn't about Jerry West going to get a great player. This would be like Jerry. No, listen. This is like Jerry West saying, I'm going to the Pistons because we can't beat them, leaving the Bulls and going to the Pistons. It's not the same thing. Same thing as creating a team. It's switching to the greatest rival.
Like
this isn't hard.
Golden State has not been the gatekeepers of the West for that long. I mean, this dynasty that we're talking about, how dynastic it is.
It's not close.
It's one championship. Let's be real. They don't have rings. They have a ring. And in that respect, if LeBron did have his crew 2 years ago, they will be looking for a back-to-back opportunity.
Two back
tonight.
Whether or not it's 2 years or not.
They've been undermanned.